start there about Apple's plunging shares. What's happening there, Toby?
Well, it's a fascinating story, right? Because since Steve Jobs took over Apple in 1997, it's been on this stratospheric surge. It's been able to defy gravity. The kinds of things that have affected other companies haven't affected Apple until now. And Apple announced that they would not sell as many iPhones, and they wouldn't reach their target as they intended. About $9 billion is the range. They're still going to make $84 billion. But because they said that sales of the iPhone had slowed down in China, it precipitated a sell-off of Apple share. They've lost a third of their value since August.
I was just wondering what's driving this $9 billion less from the target. Now, you say the sales in China have dropped. I thought maybe competition has also upped this game.
It's both of those. So Apple has an iPhone problem. 2/3 of their revenue come from one product. Any Wall Street analyst or investor is going to be nervous about that. They've been worried about this effect on Apple's business for a long time, and now, of course, it's a big deal because in China, which is their big bet, it's everyone's big bet. China's had a slowdown. Their economy is contracting. I think it's the first time in 25 years. They've had a bad run, according to the government figures that Apple quoted. And there are other major manufacturers. Of course, this is the 10S, the brand new phone, and people have always claimed that it's too expensive. In China, you can buy a similar quality high-end phone for about half the price. So that's the pressure on them in China. They're not selling as many phones. The economy's slowed down. The competition's caught up. And, of course, that's scared the investors who've wiped out. I remember that Apple was the first company to hit $1 trillion. Now, that's a big deal. And they did that last year, and they've lost a third of that value since then. They've lost their top spot. In fact, it's a nice segue to our second story today, which is Microsoft at the end of November became the most valuable company in the world. It overtook Alphabet. They've actually just reversed. Amazon's just overtaken them, and they overtook Alphabet, which is Google's holding company, and for about 5 weeks Microsoft has been the most valuable company. And it's a stunning turnaround for a company.
Becoming fashionable again.
Yeah, I've just written a big feature for the Financial Mail that comes out today, just about how utterly remarkable the turnaround at Microsoft was. Most people don't even know there was a problem.
Without telling us more about the article you've written for the Financial Mail, what's driving the turnaround for Microsoft?
Well, Microsoft realized that Microsoft used to be a Windows company. Windows doesn't even have its own division anymore. Since the new CEO came in 4 years ago, the shares have risen 3 times. They're at a 15-year high. It's about 101. It stayed static at about $30 for the 14 years Steve Ballmer was the company's only second CEO. So Satya Nadella has come along and realized that Microsoft's future is in cloud computing. It's in what they call intelligent cloud and intelligent edge, and they've totally reinvigorated. You no longer buy a Windows license once off. You take out a subscription, you get it incrementally updated. They don't care if you have a Windows laptop or a Windows phone, just as long as you use their services in the cloud or their Office software or Skype or any of the other stuff. It's a really quite remarkable turnaround. And as I said, Amazon has just overtaken them yesterday as the most valuable company. But it's quite a thing. And Microsoft is central to our life, isn't it? It was part of the great Wintel duopoly that put a desktop, a computer on everybody's desk at home and work.
So let's talk about what's happened in Las Vegas, the Consumer Electronics Show, and some fantastic, weirdly fantastic, I don't know how you describe some of the major tech announcements.
So every year in Las Vegas for a week, there's this crazy show called the Consumer Electronics Show. I've been a couple of times. It really is something. And it's where people make their big splash about their new product. And they launch this new product and they show it off. And we've had drones and electric cars and smart speakers. Alexa has been there. This year, the big breakout category, brace yourself, is smart toilets. Why would one need a smart toilet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Talk to someone in the toilet.
Almost said something.
But if you want to listen to music, you want to have the toilet seat. That is the Kohler. I forget its exact name.
Well, Kohler is a clue, I suppose.
Yes, Kohler is the brand. It is the Kohler Numo 2.0 intelligent toilet. And that toilet will set you back.
It massages your back. while you're sitting down.
It's got built-in speakers, Dan.
What?
That's very intelligent.
That's
and you can connect Alexa to it. You can say, Alexa, please read me the news. Alexa, play me the news. But that will cost you a mere $7,000.
$7,000.
$7,000 for a smart toilet with a built-in speaker. But look at the lovely lights. It's got mood lighting.
Does it play like, I don't know, whale sounds while you're
So
on
many words are going through my mind about this toilet, but we can't say it. This is a family show.
This indeed, but
and it's breakfast time.
The more interesting real products is very often new TV stuff is launched there. And last year we saw 8K. Samsung brought it. This year LG and Sony have launched 8K TVs. We're all just getting our head around 4K. But LG came out with a great product. There it is. It's the signature OLED R. So it's a TV screen that rolls down into that little box.
Wow.
And that little box turns into a sound bar so that you can listen to the music from it, from the TV, or just as a sound box. But this is just how things are changing, aren't they?
Technology.
A television that rolls up. I mean, it's it's much more valuable
that
than
listens to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Toby. That's a good start for the new year
interesting.
in terms of the tech stuff. That's, of course, tech expert and publisher of Stuff magazine, Toby Shapshak.